Good afternoon. I'm back. Welcome to another episode of 2015. Let me just go on and open up the screen. 2015, we've discussed about several things here. The first we discussed on the first episode, it was about, let me just go down. Yeah, it was about SK Congress. So there was an SK Congress held in January 2015, and the objective of that, we've discussed it during the first episode. So ngayon naman po, we're going down with the second episode video kung ano po yung nangyari sa after January 2015. We've seen na nagkaroon po ng conflict or issue personally between Gina Tan versus the wife of SMP, si Melly. So dito po nagkasagutan po sila. So this is one of the history of Sigma Ops Lumsum Lambda, and on record, isa po itong malaking factor that contributes the division that we have now in the present. So yan po yung first episode. We've discussed about that, the disappointment of Pete, about SK Congress. Wala pong 10% na sumali doon. It was less than what he expected. So he said na hindi na po mangyayari to next time, and I will make sure that this will be a better SK Congress. I haven't seen SK Congress 2 or 3. That was the first time I've seen it in history, so I think hindi na siya natuloy. That perhaps it was a good initiative by Pita Mumunpon to educate and to empower the SK, the Knights, the Supreme Knights, Supreme Ulfan, to better govern the leadership sa kanilang local chapter. Let's go on sa March 2015. Now, if you remember earlier, na-discuss po natin sa 2013 ang kaso po ni Eric Sion. So if you remember, si Eric Sion po ay nag-file ng case si Pete Amumunpon in 2013 after siyang nanalo as a Supreme Minister from the period of 2013 to 2016. Nag-file po siya ng complaint about Eric Sion, hindi po inaksyonan ng Royal Court. So 1 year after waiting, almost 1 year, August 10, 2014 na po, so almost 1 year, wala pong nangyari sa Royal Court. So ang ginawa niya, sinabi niya that during the meeting of the National Council on August 10, binigyan siya ng executive power para aksyonan yung issue. Siya po yung naging investigador doon, siya din po yung naging judge, siya din po yung naging jury, siya din po naging executioner, no? So we haven't seen in the entire history of Sigma Upsilon Upsilon Lambda na ang isang Supreme Minister binigyan ng executive power except on that day, August 10. It's a historical moment po yan. Although hindi po mention sa CBL what are the merits that kailangang bigyan ng executive power, but we haven't seen that also in our constitution. Ang nangyari po, binatikos po si Brad Pitt when after August 10 kasi nagpadala po siya ng notice of order. So madaming message and comments sa grupo kung dumaan ba to sa Royal Court, bakit hindi dumaan sa Royal Court, meron bang agreement or National Council about this and about that. So siguro makikita niyo po that the Supreme Minister Pete Amumunpon, nakita niya na okay, parang mate-technical ako dito kung hindi ko ipapadaan to sa Royal Court. Because first of all, binigyan siya ng executive power para siya na yung mag-imbestiga, siya na mag-decide, siya na lahat. So, parang ang Royal Court ay nawalan ng power. Because the Royal Court is the one who's supposed to do the investigation and come up with a recommendation along with the chapter, and it will be submitted to the National Council, the Supreme Minister. Pero at this point, siya na rin lahat. So, nung nag-post siya ng notice of order kay Eric Sion about the malversation of organizational funds, binatikos po siya ng marami at ang dami pong comments kung dumaan ba sa Royal Court, dumaan ba po sa saktong proseso. Maganda po, don't get it wrong, maganda yung intention ni Pete Amumunpon for for what you call this, for wanting to give justice to the organization's money kung saan napunta. Admittedly, Eric Sayon also admitted that he invested it in a man, naging na scam or nalugi. So that was also his mistake. But, if you have a target, ito yung gusto mong mangyari, andito ka, may prosesong dadaanan po yan. There are process that needs to be done according to the SBL legally. But ang nangyari kasi parang si Pita Muunpon, parang diniretso niya. So, along the process, nung nakita niyang maraming nag-react na hindi dumaan sa real court, so, niremedyohan po niya. He tried to do a remedy. And bakit ko po nasabi yun? I will walk you through the 10 steps na ginawa ni Amumunpon, SM, kung bakit nasabi kong it was like he's tried to augment or he tried to, remedy the situation. So makita po natin dito, alam naman po natin that kinasuhan niya si former SM. So I would read this part sa right. Kung makikita niyo po sa screen, I'm going to highlight this part. So sabi niya, March 17, 2015, Dear brothers and sisters, in response to the recent posting alleging that I sent a second order to expel Brother Eric Sayon is absolutely untrue, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that brings you facts to all of you. We can resolve the matter quickly. The letter of order posted in FB was simply a draft of the proposed expulsion order to Brother Eric Sayon. That was the first mistake. Why would you draft a letter of expulsion sa kinumplain mo and then ipopost mo sa Facebook? I mean, for what for? Unless of course that was already the intention. Ngayon, nag-alibay ka na lang that it was just a draft, it was posted on Facebook. Come on. We're talking about a serious case at tapos sasabihin mo that you posted it as a draft sa Facebook. I don't think that's, proper, and I don't think that was the intention as it is. But he was saying that it was just a draft that posted on FB, but that was really a mistake. So, patuloy ko po, babasahin. After I was given the authority by the National Council officers to execute my executive power to proceed with an investigation and sanction process. So again, wala po sa CBL ang merits na mabibigyan po ng executive power ang Supreme Minister to do that. So, as per his initiative, as per his what you think nga sa tingin niya ay tama, so ginawa niya, binigyan siya ng National Council officer to execute my executive power to proceed with, first of all, the investigation and everything and sanction is from the Royal Court dapat. Pero ang ginawa, parang, kayo Supreme Court, ibigay niyo yung authority, at ako na po, gagawa lahat, ako mag-iimbestiga, ako din magsasanction, and everything. So yung order ng structure ng National Council from the Supreme Minister to the Royal Court to the Treasurer, parang na-bypass po yun, no? So parang you have a government, running a government at may mga tao kang you do not trust anymore at hindi na nagagampanan yung trabaho nila. So parang ganon. So ang nangyari, binigyan siya ng executive power para gampanan yung hindi nagampanan ng Royal Court. So patuloy po tayo. National Council officer execute my executive power to proceed with an investigation. The draft was sent to all National Council officers to review and comments. So nag-draft siya, sinend niya sa National Council for review and comments. But unfortunately, so my point is, teka lang, nag-draft siya to review and comment for the expulsion, wala pang investigation if that is the case. Or I don't know kung may investigation, but let's go on. But unfortunately, it was not acted upon. It was never sent to address. Sasabihin niya, Brother Francis, I think you have confused all the steps. Let's look at all the things that he highlight here. Tingnan po natin. Focus po kayo sa screen and you can see it on the right. Tingnan po natin ito. Please find the legend of the so-called expulsion order and final sanction as outlined below. Tingnan niyo po ang order and sequence of events. May 5, 2014. Letter sent to Brad Eric Sayon outlining the cash received by him for the period of 2010-2012 that remained outstanding and yet to be May 5, 2014, hindi niya minention that June 1, 2013, he filed a complaint. Nasa complaint for, siya yung complainant, kinumplain niya si Eric Sayon, siya din yung receiver ng complaint as the SM. That's June 1, 2013. Following year, May 5, 2014, letter sent to Brad Eric Sayon outlining the cash, so blah blah blah. Ito yung mga outstanding amount. That was May 5. Ngayon, pagka August 10, National Council had its quarterly meeting. This is when I was given the authority by the National Council to exercise my executive power to proceed with investigation and sanction process due to no movement of any kind from the members of Royal Court regarding the case. So, nag-meeting ang National Council, kasama siya, sabi niya, binigyan siya ng executive power ng National Council kasi hindi nagampanan ng Royal Court ang tungkulin nila. So that means now he become the sole authority to be the judge, to be the jury, and to give the sanction as the executioner as well. So ngayon, August 8, he sent a draft of expulsion to the National Council officers for their review and comments. Wait lang, what kind of draft of expulsion to? So, I'm assuming that because he sent a draft of expulsion, nasa mind na niya na expel to, that means he has done his investigation. August yun August 10, nag-meeting sila, binigay sa kanya yung power. August 18, nag-send siya ng draft expulsion na nasa mind na niya, i-expel na niya to. Draft pa lang yun. For the review and comment, what kind of a person who will already preempt or already have in mind the final and yung what you call this, yung decision to expel someone without having to investigate first. So andun na yung decision niya agad, although sinabi niya, kinover niya that it was just a draft, So still, process-wise, hindi po tama yon. So, August 18, draft expulsion. Now, August 25, I had a conversation with Sis Margarita Bantog, one of the Royal Court members, advising me to forward all the evidence and will further investigate the case and send notice of order to the defendant. Wait lang. So ngayon, ang lahat ng ebidensyang na-gather niya, and he already draft an expulsion based on that, ngayon ifo-forward na niya sa Royal Court for further investigation about the case and send a notice of order to the defendant. Wait lang, may mali. What was the purpose of you asking for executive power to be the judge, jury, and executioner and everything? Kasi hindi nga nagampanan ng Royal Court yung trabaho nila, di ba? So ngayon, inako niya at siya na lahat. The reason why on August 25, sabi niya nagka-conversation sila ng isang member sa Royal Court, advising me to forward all evidence kasi pilit niya ngayong inaayos ang proseso kasi nabatikos po siya ng marami. There was a lot of eyebrows or tumaas ang kilay when he intended to be the sole judge, jury, and executioner of the case. So tumaas ang kilay, maraming nagtanong kung saan ba na-involve ba ang Royal Court dito, bla bla bla, dumaan ba sa proseso. So pilit niyang inaayos ngayon on August 25, August 10, humingi ng power. August 18, nag-draft siya ng letter of expulsion. Tumaas ang kilay ng mga tao at mga member. Ngayon, August 27, sinabi niya, August 25, sinabi ng, binigay daw niya sa Royal Court for further investigation and mabigyan daw ng notice of order ang defendant si Eric Sayon. So, nakita mo, there's something's wrong. Ngayon, number 5, pag-usapan natin. Number 5, August 27, lumabas yung notice with order that was sent to Eric Sayon. Then number 6, August 27, nag-reply naman si Sayon, responding and acknowledging receipt of letters dated May 5 and August 27. Also in response, he admitted that he used the money of the group for Aman investment. Then number 7, September 2014, I sent email to the Royal Court members. Kunin natin yung photo ko dyan. September 1, 2015, I sent email to Royal Court members attaching the document. So ngayon, inactivate na niya yung Royal Court, no? Pinaubayan niya sa kanila. So at first, sabi niya, walang ginawa. Ngayon, inako niya executive power. Ngayon, dahil binatikos siya ng marami, at para hindi masyadong halata that he wanted to, work around the system, pinadaan niya sa saktong proseso. Ngayon, pinilit na niyang pinadaan sa Royal Court. But in the first place, ang tawag doon, kasi may desisyon na talaga siyang i-expel, for formality na lang po yung lahat ngayon. So makita nyo dito, there is something's wrong with the way how SM Pete Amumunpon accomplish what needs to be done. So, see, the overall idea of giving the justice, running after the money, that's what's supposed to be with what's due with the organization is a good thing. Maganda yung ginawa niya, hinabol talaga niya. But along the way, yung process sa paghabol niya, marami siyang na bypass, marami siyang na apakan, at marami siyang na under doon. So it raises a question sa lahat ng mga taong involved when he accomplished everything. So makikita po natin dito, number 7, number 8. September 1, nag-send ng email to Royal Court, members attaching the document involving the case to include Brother Eric Sion's response. Also requested from the Royal Court members to provide input and sanction, recommended to me within 10 days from receipt. Nakita mo yun? Humingi pa siyang recommendation. In fact, nag-draft na siya ng expulsion. We already have a pre-conceived idea in mind that talagang i-expel to. Pero ngayon, gusto niya ipadaan sa process para walang masyadong question. Pero kung wala pang nag-question ito at walang maraming tumaas na kilay, this process could have been shortened at talagang didesisyonan na niya ito mag-isa. October 8, finally got the sanction recommendation from the Royal Court members except Brother Bernald Calido. All 4 Royal Court members unanimously agreed to sanction Brother Eric Sion with temporary suspension with immediate payment of the misappropriate funds in the amount of 31,900 pesos. In the event of non-payment within 1 year from the date, his membership from the organization shall be automatically terminated with forfeiture of all rights. Number 9, October 20, 2014, sent email to the Royal Court members regarding the final sanction and received acknowledgement to proceed with the sanction. So, nag-send siya, it received an acknowledgement to proceed with the sanction. Number 10, November 6, 2014, sent notice of suspension to Brad Eric Sion. So, nakita mo, it appears that parang dumaan siya sa process, but in the eyes, in a naked eye of a person who pays attention to the details, makikita mo, pilit niyang inayos at hinihilot ang mga nangyayari, no? So that it will not raise a lot of questions. So makita mo dito, this is the issue about Eric Sion. Makita niyo po, resolution number 320, Pit Amumunpon, whereas inano niya lahat mga grave offense. Actually, nag-reply si Eric Sion March 12, 2015. Makita mo dito, tears fall. I made a mistake thinking that what I'm doing would be for the good of SUUL, but it fails. But it fails. My sincere apology to everyone. I apologize. My suspension came combined with expulsion. Order was already given to me as final and executory. I therefore request the Supreme Minister Supreme Minister, I therefore request the Supreme Minister after the order ends to please come personally and erase my sign kasi nasa America siya dito. Since you're the complainant, then siya din yung judge, ikaw din yung executioner. In short, package deal. But reading all the comments exposed really hurts me as a former leader of SUUL who somehow was able to reach the hand of every Knights and Ulphans from north to south in the country, bringing the world unity at hand. How could Knights and Ulphans now become the model of every community if Knights and Ulphans no longer stand with the SUUL motto? So that was the reply or response of Eric Sion. Brad Pipito Villamor commented, dapat imong explain why nag-send ka og notice of expulsion without convening first the NC. RC, dapat dili ka magpakahilom. I think na-read na nimo mga comments. So that's what I'm saying, that he already drafted a notice of expulsion without going through the Royal Court, without all the process formality. Because people, ang mga membro nag-raise of question, bakit, now pilit niya ngayong pinapadaan sa proseso. Binalik niya sa Royal Court. And that's what happened. So makita niyo yung comment, respect is the most important word to me, but for me, kaya mo ba ni mo respeto ang tao? If nagrespeto po siya, I don't think so, blah blah blah. Ang dami po, makita niyo po dyan. Comment, Robert Fortunes, John Sion also commented there. Abel Pipito, kindly post the second verdict if you have, bro. So these are the Royal Court na sinasabing hindi nag-act, and then later on pilit na pinasabi na idaan to at imbestigahan nyo to. October 19, 2014, Margarita Bantog Colonel George Dadulao, Florencio Enrera, Roel Waga, Bernard Caledo. Sila po yung mga royal court during this time na sinasabi ni Pete na wala po silang ginawa for almost a year sa kaso ni Eric Sion. And then ngayon, August 10, 2014, almost a year after, humingi siya ng executive power para siya na lang ang gagawa lahat. Nag-draft na siya ng expulsion agad. Question siya ng mga membro, bakit hindi tama to bro, hindi to dumaan ng process. Ngayon, pilit niyang inaayos at pinapadaan ulit sa process after siya nag-draft ng expulsion sa mind. So again, no question about his intention of giving the justice or executing justice about the money that was supposed to be there. But the process, it raised a lot of question by Pete Amumunpon. Summarize lang po natin. 2013, nakita po natin that nag-complain siya kay Eric Sion. There was already a problema between DonDonGomez and Pete Amumunpon. 2014, dumagdag pa yung problema between Pete and sino ba yung nagka-problema doon? There was another issue involved. So you can go back to the video and so all of these things adds up and it's escalating at paggrabe pa yung problema. All of these factors are contributed to the problem of sigma epsilon lambda, the division. So makita niyo po dito, I'm scrolling down, makita niyo din po dito, as per former Eric Sion, Pete exceeded his authority by abusing his power. He has denied me of equal protection of trial contesting validity. So makita po dito ang Royal Court National Council ang reply ni Eric Sion kung saan po niya ginastos yung fund, saan po napunta, the amount. He tried to answer his very best. So makita mo dito that he was saying yung 40,000 was so saan na pupunta, no? Talagang nagpaliwanag siya, but within this explanation comes with admission that again that the money went and invested in his good faith. Sabi niya, o kung ininvest ko yon at tumubo, lahat ay makakabenepisyo, walang magque-question sa akin. But yet, because nalugi ngayon, ang daming nag-question. That was his point. But he said that it was invested in good faith, no? So, maraming nagtanong, okay, kung ininvest mo yan, bakit hindi mo pinaalam sa National Council? Bakit hindi kayo nag-draft ng resolution? Kung approved ng National Council, that's the process, i-invest nyo. Hindi ka mag-question yun because hindi lang ikaw nag-decide. During that time, sinabi din niya na saan bang National Council during that time? It was only Phil Baha who supported me. It was who was the other one? I think Ratilla supported me. These are the only people who supported me during my SK. Yung ibang National Council daw darating, tapos biglang mawawala. So again, makikita din natin may announcement. Moving on sa problema, I will give you the PDF file. You can go and read the comment and read everything. You have the copy. You can download this as MP3. You can download the PDF file the same way that I'm looking at reading at it now. You can go back and review everything. So number 6, makikita mo dito, number 6, nakita mo dito announcement about second annual convention in the city of Samal on May 1, 3, 2015. So in-announce na po. Ang unang first annual convention happened in General Santos. The second annual convention happened in Samal May 3, 2015. Historical day din po to kasi maraming lumabas na issue at problema because this is the time where Pete Amumunpon decided, having that in mind, that he will move the 13th Concon from Davao to CMU. So watch for that on my next video or the next video coming after this. Makita nyo po, papag-usapan po natin yan. So, Knight Lito, March 23, 2015, announcement of the National Council, please be informed that the SUUL Second Annual Convention will be held at Barangay Katagman, Samal District, Island Garden City of Samal. Makita mo din ito ang Himamat 2015. So if you go down, ayan, merong another issue here. So makita nyo po yung post ni Gloria Tayag Araneta that Region 11 umpisa na ng bidding within if saan ang final venue. Kasi nga, sinabi 'di ba, ang Davao yung mag-host pero hindi pa natin alam kung saan yung final venue. So ang nangyari, ang lahat ng Davao na bidding sila, no? May bidding na pupunta sa Mati, merong nag-bidding sila punta dito sa Davao Oriental and all these things. So the Hican Beach Resort Mati, nakita niyo po sa post na nag-bid po sila within the Davao Region Group. Kasi nga sinabi, in-announce lang doon yung 13 Concon, nag-bidding sila among themselves, pero hindi pa natin alam which is the final venue. So for our info, last Concon, Katbalogan, ang final decision dito, next venue sa Concon, ang mohos sa Davao Region 11. Wala pa particular venue asa dapit sa Davao. Basta ang host kay Region 11, ang Davao. Na yung nag-suggest nga Digos, but it is not final. We have elected region all officers for upcoming Concon last 2012. Let's wait and see for our final disposition from the rest of region. So, nakaset na po yung mind ng mga tao. On the other hand, last second annual convention, naghangyo nga ang NC officers from us, region officers, ng CMU venue sa CONCON next year, 2016. Kasi isabay mag-reunion ng mga founders sa CMU. We are requested to reply before July 2015. We are about to have consensus meeting with our locals and staff in Region 10-11 kasi to give power. So, ang nangyari, this is Emmy po to speaking. So, let's wait and see for our final disposition from the rest of Region 11. So, magmi-meeting Region 11, sinong committee, sinong an. On the other hand, sa second annual convention, nangyari na po ang sasamal, sabi niya. Yung second annual convention sa Samal. During sa Samal, gihangyo. Sabi niya, hangyo ang NC officers from us, regional officers, nga sa CMU ang venue sa CONCON next year. So, sa Samal di ay, dito na hitabo nga gihangyo ang Davao region nga, on the other hand, this is Emmy talking ha, on the other hand, the annual convention gihangyo ang NC officers from us, region officers sa CMU, ang venue sa CONCON next year 2016 kasi isabay nga reunion sa founders. So ang National Council officers during the Samal meeting gihangyo sa taga Davao Region 10 nga dito na lang sa CMU, not really dito na lang, but sabi niya second annual convention, hangyo ang NC officers from us means sila Region Davao nga sa CMU ang venue sa CONCON. So gihangyo sila nga okay, dili na lang sa Davao, so CMU na lang ang venue sa CONCON kay because of the idea nga isabay. They wanted nga isabay ang reunion sa mga founders dito sa CMU. We are requested to reply before July 12, 2015 ends. Malinaw po yan. The Davao region is requested to reply before July 2015. Take note, May 22 to. May 2015 pa to. Ngayon, they are requested to reply before July 2015 ends. We are about to have a consensus meeting with our locals and staff in Region 10. So sabi niya, we're about to have a consensus meeting. Mag-meeting muna kami, mga Region 10 Davao, kasi to give proper info to the NC request and present to NC our reply, approval, whatever result of the request, thank you. So, gihangyo sila sa National Council during the meeting sa Mayo 2015, the second annual convention, na sa CMU na lang daw because of the idea na gusto nila unite ang founders. Sabi ni Sis Emmy, I cannot commit to that. Mag-meeting mo po na kami and we're going to discuss what you have said to us. Kay na-discussan na biya sa Katbalogan and people are expecting nga sa Davao na. Makita niyo po ang reply ni Ruel Waga. All I can say is after a careful deliberation of all NC officers present during our second annual convention held last May 1, 2, and 3 at Samal Island, Davao and hosted by Region 11, sabi nila kami, the National Council officers, unanimously approved to give ample time to Region 10. Sabi, okay, bibigyan natin yung Region 10 ng ample time. In-affirm din to ni Sis Emmy na binigyan siya hanggang July 12, 2015. They are still willing to host our CONCON this coming May 2016. As what they bid last 2013 at Katbalogan. Willing pa din naman yung Davao region na mag-host. Pero binigyan namin sila ng time at Katbalogan Samar during our CONCON there. So in behalf, I urge all my brothers and sisters to refrain from posting or giving comments of said affair and we learned that Region 11 officers headed by Sis Emmy Castrodes to discuss the same. Please be informed also that no one was given an authority to post ahead. not sanctioned by Region 11 officers. So what happened? Just a short summary. Nangyari ang second National Annual Convention in Samal. Sis Emmy is saying that Knight Ruel Waga is saying that nag-convene ang second ang National Council officer, and they are saying that we will give time to the Davao region because sila yung nag-bid. It is very clearly said here that they are the ones who bid on the, where is that? You see, chapters. They are still willing to host our CONCON this May 2016 as what they bid last 2013. So, nagbid sila 2013 sa Katbalogan, they are still willing to host. So, mahirap na ita-transfer natin sa CMU, but we are giving them time para kasi sabi nga sis Emmy, magmi-meeting sila, sasabihin niya sa grupo, Davao Region, na ito po yung gustong mangyari ng National Council. And they are given to July 2015. We are requested, sis Emmy is saying, we are requested to reply before July 2015 ends. We are about to have a consensus meeting with our local staff kasi to give proper info. So this is what happened basically sa May 2015 sa Samal, no? So I will end my video here, episode 2. We will continue on episode 3. I hope you guys are still following because the rest of the episodes mas magiging matindi na yung bakbakan. And let's see what went wrong at ano po nangyari. I hope you guys are enjoying it. This has been informative enough to you. And stay tuned.